I want to ask you, Mom.
God, I'm
How-
so afraid.
How come you never came to me to talk to me about cum?
Dynamic banter. Mike and Steve are gonna do bits and have some fun. Dynamic banter. Honking horns and ringing bells and making good. Dynamic banter. Don't forget the history road on Dynamic banter.
Push me and then just break me and then you get satisfaction. Hey guys, are we rolling? Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show, then, everybody. Take a
Welcome
seat.
to the show. Take a seat. Take your balls out if you're in private. Go ahead and rent your balls to somebody else if you want. And that's kind of a way to make money on the side. If you donate sperm, you kind of rent your balls to somebody else.
That's true.
You're
yeah.
like a rec department.
You're renting out your stuff.
You're renting out the piss.
You're renting out the U-Juice. What's up, guys?
Dude,
hey.
I started on U-Juice in 2006.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dynamic Banter, episode 270, I think, man. It sucks we didn't do any 69 jokes for the last episode, bro.
You know, going back, I wonder if we talked about cum at all on episode 269.
I wonder, someone could find the first time we ever talked about cum, probably.
And as always, shout out to Derek.
Dude, I got scolded by the Valley Boys. I'm gonna throw them under the bus.
Why?
Because we were doing a stream and I was just like casually talking about cum,
Yeah.
like you do, and
they said our target demographic is 7 years old.
and Elliot got kind of mad at me and was like, you know, you don't have to talk about cum all the time, or like something like that.
You say you don't have to talk about Aristotle all the time.
But anyway, I got scolded about the about cum, but it's interesting because it feels like, and tell me if I'm wrong, Mike, it feels like cum is making a comeback.
I don't know that it ever left.
Oh, there's a loud boy. I mean, it certainly didn't, but you're seeing it in memes now. Like, people are making cum memes, and I'm seeing them in my meme feeds. And it's
Do you have specific meme feeds?
well, I follow a lot of weird shit. I follow a
I
lot
wouldn't
of
have
the
thought that
meme
about you.
accounts.
I like that we're still learning stuff about each other after all these
Episode
years.
270. We're still trying to figure out each other.
Steve's kind of into cum.
But yeah, cum's having a moment, and and you know, we were trying to figure out: do you think cum is male positivity, or is male? Damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Positive masculinity.
You're gonna need to say more words
So
for me to hop on
there's
board.
toxic masculinity,
Yeah.
where like we're told that like we are stronger and better than everybody.
A lot
or
of that
whatever.
comes from cum.
Right. But cum is something that is like natural. We can't help it. We can't help but make cum, regardless of how we feel, if we're bigoted or racist or whatever.
Whatever
can't
we
help
are, and
it.
you know what you are.
And you know what you are. I mean, and maybe you don't know what you are.
I'm coming.
But the thing about cum is that we can't help it. So I think there's the only way to accept it and to allow it to have its moment and be less taboo to talk about cum is to reinforce that cum is a positive thing. Cum creates life. Cum is connected with pleasure. And I think it's a positive thing. I mean, obviously, there's certainly things about cum, just like everything else, where you could go into the dark realm and it's evil and bad and triggering and shit.
Like what?
We'll be right back.
That brings us
The
to our
satisfying
sponsor.
to me as coming.
See, Arnold was spreading a good word back then. I think I don't know if it's
positive
necessarily.
masculinity.
I don't know if it's necessarily positive masculinity, but it is a thing that masculines have.
Yes.
And also, I don't know
Masculinos.
why it's very weird, like Puritan thing that it's taboo at all, because it is like the first and most important liquid aside from like water.
Yeah.
Because from water comes like human beings and life. And then to make other mammals, you have to shoot cat.
Yeah. It's part of the whole primordial soup.
Isn't it weird that the things that have literally been around since before like language was invented, that's the things that you can't, they invented language to not be able to talk about it.
Right. And cum is just something that we all kind of do. I mean, as a species, not as an individual, because some people can't.
It's just... I
don't know what one has to do with the other. I don't think.
But I just I just think that we should be body positive.
Yeah.
We should be
internally and externally. And we should, promote equality and love and progressiveness. Yeah. And understanding and logic and listening and learning and growing. And I think within all these things that people universally hate,
right?
We should be promoting
because it takes work. People don't like to do work. But I think we can make cum something that is less taboo because of all the things you said, and also because it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, that shouldn't be overlooked. Is how funny it is.
It's more important to me that it's funny.
Why do you think it was not welcomed on your other content?
Well, because it's kind of foul and kind of like overtly sexual, and there might be kids tuning in. And
what kids are watching that?
I mean, we're playing games on the internet, like Jackbox and shit. And kids like. Fucking kids have access to everything now, Mike. I don't know if you know
there is no more parenting as far as like you shouldn't see that stuff.
Oh no, unless they put the effort into the parental block shit, which I doubt any of them are really doing.
No, dude. So every time I play Grand Theft Auto online, the only voices I hear are prepubescent voices. And that game, just walking down the street and hearing chatter from other people, like if you almost hit somebody with a car, they'll motherfuck you until you turn the game off or drive away from them or drive over them.
Right.
And so it does bother me that no one, like my parents, I couldn't watch Ren and Stimpy for a while. Yeah. They tried to stop me from watching wrestling when wrestling was like even very cartoony, like in 93.
Because it's violent and your parents
because it's violent
concerned.
And they wanted me to stop hitting kids at school.
They didn't want you to be violent.
Right.
Yeah.
But like Michael Jackson grabbed his dick all the time. Right. And they let me watch that.
And probably did it like on Oprah and Regis and all that shit.
Oh yeah, and Regis was like, "Why don't you tell me I mind it? I've been grabbing my crotch since 1950." Kathy Lee's always drunk.
Nobody knows who we're talking about.
No, that's
no
fine.
one who's listening right now has any idea who Regis is. When you say Regis, you're like, you know who I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck is named Regis?
But also, everything we talk about on the show isn't.
It's not for anybody but us.
This is our conversation.
Yeah, it's just funny to
listen to it.
Yeah.
Also, I think a lot more people know than you give them credit for.
Totally.
Because I don't think that the children that you think are watching
are
listening to this.
Totally, but let's have some emails. I want to know. I want people who know who Regis is and don't know who Regis is, and I want you to tell us who you think Regis is.
I'm willing to bet.
If you don't know who he is,
based on name alone, who is Regis Philman?
The name and the little bit we did.
Yeah. I think anyone who is willing and able to email the show will also know what
Regis is because they'll have a Google.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got kind of off track, but I just think that cum is great and funny, and
like stopping the momentum of the show to get back to cum.
We gotta
get the most dynamic thing.
gotta bring it back to cum.
We have to bring it back. Come.
But like, yeah, I get wanting to censor yourself when you're talking about cum.
Yeah.
Because maybe there are some fucking kids watching, and maybe they shouldn't really look into what cum is yet. But who am I to say? And who am I to? I mean, I am nobody in the grand scheme.
If more little kids knew what cum was, they wouldn't be so freaked out when they were 12.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the first time I shot cat,
yeah.
I sprinted to the bathroom because I didn't know if I was, like, peeing myself or whatever. It's scary. It was, like, a terrifying experience.
You know what, Mom? Fuck you. If you're listening to this.
Don't ever.
You know why, though? Because you should have told me about cum. Mom, my mom listens to this show.
She knows I'm on her
side. I'm going to call her right now.
Dude, I would pay-per-view this show
if I called
your mom and said, why didn't you tell me about cum? Steve, I'll give you...
All right.
I wonder how much cash I have.
I'll call her right now.
I think this is tremendous content.
All right, I'm going to call her right now.
Ryan, if you don't clip this off, God help you.
She's going to be so excited about calling.
Why, mijo?
This is her first time on the show? No.
What if your mom picked up and said, shout out to Derek?
Hi, Stevie.
Hi, Mom. Guess what?
What?
You're on Dynamic Banter right now.
Wow.
Hi, Mama.
And Mike Falzone's here, and he says, hi.
Hi, Mike. My other adoptive son.
Oh, such a perfect person.
Mom, you know I love you, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you know that when we talk about things, it's out of love.
Yes.
So I want to. So that's my establishment.
That's my warning.
That's my warning to you right now. Yeah.
Yes, my talented adoptive son.
So you listen to Dynamic Banter
all the time.
So she knows.
So and stop it. And you've listened to you. And you've.
I am amazed at your creativity and where your mind goes.
Clip this part out, Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm amazed about your memories of farts and things, and your expertise in that matter.
Yes,
beautiful. And
we talk about certain bodily functions a lot.
Always, yes, it's bodily function.
Does it bother you, Mom?
No, we always would laugh and joke, and we were open about stuff.
Okay, great. So here's where. Okay, so now that we've got the disclaimer out, I want to ask you, Mom.
Oh God, I'm so afraid.
How come you never came to me to talk to me about cum?
I'm coming.
Well, I gave you an anatomy book.
I gave you a book.
That
and
is
I
the
said,
most,
go
like,
read this shit.
That's a very 80s parent thing to do.
If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Well, and the other thing.
You
sorry.
guys were pretty smart. I didn't have to go into such detail.
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, Mike has a question.
Did you think Steve would actually read the book?
Yes.
Yeah, I used to read books, Mike. I used to read lots of books. I read My Teacher is an Alien.
Goosebumps.
I read Stevie School Bus.
All the Goosebumps.
Sidewalk
All the
End.
Goosebumps. Oh, yeah. Shel Silverstein.
What were the other ones? Gosh, I can't think right now. Oh, the ones with all the mocos.
Yeah, like Goosebumps. That was
Yes.
Goosebumps. Goosebumps had like slime and shit. Speaking of mocos.
And
the thing is, Mom.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, oh yeah, Ren and Stimpy for sure.
Okay.
But here's the thing, like so did you just assume that at school I would be taught like specifics? Like you didn't want to have that conversation.
No, I believe I sat there and talked to you, but when you just told me that Dad said you fell from the sky when you were born, I thought, okay, Dad's not gonna help.
Yeah, Dad wanted to go for storks. Dad went for storks because he didn't want to talk to his son about cats.
Stork,
So
right?
So Mom did it in stories.
Yeah. Well, you guys were pretty good. But Mike and I were talking about how absolutely surprised and scared we were the first time it happened to us.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how much lovelier it would have been if our families had told us about.
Just giving us a heads up.
Well, Dad definitely wasn't going to talk about it, okay?
Which is crazy because Dad is like Dad. He's a macho man who's certainly
Yes, macho guy.
macho dude, like super cool macho dude.
Yes.
And he wasn't going to come to Frank and I and go like, all right, here's the deal.
Here's how you do the coolest thing.
It's all right. I ended up learning about it, and now I love it, and it's the funniest thing to me. And also, we're trying to destigmatize it, Mom. We're trying to make it not so much of a taboo, because not only is it a life-giving thing, it's a part of our human anatomies, our biologies.
Right.
It's something we, whatever. We're trying to take it back because we think that cum is having a moment.
I hear it all around. I hear it all
I'm coming.
time from you, my son.
I'm coming.
I just like to talk about things that nobody else really likes to talk about. And I think it's important to destigmatize, to de-taboo.
That's right. And I take it with a grain of salt.
I love
and
it.
I wonder at the brilliance of where your brain travels. Oh my God!
Well, you have a lot to do with that, Mom, in a good way, and I think the audience would be very thankful of that. And they always love when you come on the show.
Yes.
And it's a good time, Mom. I love you. And listen, despite the fact you didn't come to talk to me about cum.
Well, what do you think all those books were?
I don't know, Mom. I was gonna read some book with a guy with his muscles showing on the cover, and it wasn't about monsters.
Books ain't conversation, Mama.
Books ain't conversation, Mama.
No. It
But-
had genitalia.
I'll have to talk to Frank about his kids and say, like, when do you plan to talk to your kids about cum?
Oh yeah, Frank will not. He'll say mother.
I know. I'll be like, when just have Elijah or Max listen to Dynamic Banter.
That's a good way to learn.
Just play it for them while they're in the car playing with toys and shit. Yeah, whatever. All right, Mom. Well, I love you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mom. You made a
Muchas
great
gracias,
moment.
Mama.
Guys, Dynamic Banter makes me laugh. It lifts my spirits. You guys are hilarious. Love all the what is it? Memory Road or
History Road. Yeah.
History Road. I love that. Thanks to all the fans that are so loyal to you. I think I thank them because you guys love doing what you do. And have a wonderful day and listen to Dynamic Banter, people.
Well, if they're listening now, they're already listening, Mom. But I appreciate.
But keep listening.
Thank
you so much.
Mom, you could write in your own History Road. You know that?
I could, and I've thought about it several times.
Well, the email address is dynamicbanter@gmail.com, Mom.
One of these days I'll surprise
Send
you.
in a History Road, and we'll tell us about some cool shit from your life.
Oh,
You've had a cool life.
All the way from the Beatles.
You've had a cool life. It sucks it's done already.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm here for a bit longer, son. Thank you so much.
I know.
yeah.
I hope you stay longer than I do,
I'm
Mom.
thinking of my stage of life when I come to live with you.
Absolutely.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
only a
yeah,
matter of
yeah,
time.
yeah.
He has an open
Yeah,
room.
you'll come to the single guy, not the guy that has his family and shit.
Oh, for a little bit of different taste of life. Can you say hi, Steve?
Who is
Say
it?
hi, Steve. Maxwell. Say hi, Uncle Stevie. We're looking for butterflies. Okay?
This is bad content. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Tell Max I love him. Give him a big old hug and a kiss from Unky Steve. Tell him more Legos and toys are coming.
Bye.
Bye. And I love you, Mom. We'll talk to you soon.
I love you. We'll see you soon, my son. Bye, Mike.
Bye. Love you so much.
You're my other son, too, my sweetie.
So thankful. I'm honored and thankful.
Yeah, and love Zoya, too.
Absolutely. I'll let her know.
Okay, take care, guys.
All right, Mom. Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
First of all, good on you, Steve. Second of all, that was beautiful. that was like listening to a painting.
It was like when Geraldo talked to, or when Geraldo opened up Jimmy Hoffa's like safe. Remember when he did that?
Yeah.
There's another one that no one knows about. Geraldo found Jimmy Hoffa's safe.
Fuck.
And
man.
he opened it on live TV.
But when all was said and done, all I'd found was an old stop sign and a couple of empty gin bottles.
It seems, at least up to now that we've struck out with the vault, I'm disappointed about that, as I'm sure you
And
are.
there was Jimmy's head.
He was like, close the door, I'm fucking sleeping.
I'm sleeping. With all these fishes.
Not on! Anyway,
Fuck.
so
That's
why
the
my mom
most
didn't talk about cum, I guess.
That's the most 80s parenting thing to do.
Yeah,
somebody on an infomercial would be like, "This book will make it so you never have to have a conversation with your kids." And my parents, they got me a book, and I would skim for pictures of tits and stuff like that, and never really learned anything.
Yeah, that's
just terrifying.
You're right. I would just scroll through the book until there was a boob or a vagina or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay, man. Like the 80s and the 70s were such a like a weird time for sexuality, and
despite
being
like
open
the most like freeing,
I
like the
know,
60s.
the
Yeah, everyone's fucking in the mud and stuff like that.
But even that movement was actually kind of small, and it was a small section of American life, you know, like, and there were certainly people against it.
Yeah, depending on which part of the country.
Right.
Yeah.
And so even though there was like a big era of free love and shit, I feel like it made people almost close off even more to it, because it was like the wrong way to be about love, I guess.
But if your parents met and had you in like San Francisco, your name is like Come Swallower Moonchild. But if they met in like Wyoming, your name is like Philip Andrews.
Yes, 1,000,000,000%.
Philip Andrews Jr. the third.
Moon Unit, like that, like Frank Zappa's kids. Dude, for real, man. Philip.
But if you were born in San Francisco, your name is like Mud Fucking Star Planet. But if you were born in Connecticut,
this is my daughter, Black Hole Sun.
Black Hole Thumb in the butt.
Black Hole Cum. That's got to be a movie.
If you were born in Pennsylvania, it's like Jebediah Jeffries. Completely different. What a beautiful, vast country we live in.
Yeah.
Where we all have always thought so many different things and held those ideologies dear and let
it
them affect
clash
our children and every realm of life. But we're the melting pot, bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take that trip across the country, stay a week in each state, and see how that affects your thinking.
Man, it's eye-opening for sure.
Yeah.
Like SourceFed took me on many adventures around the world, and I got to see,
Chunkin'.
Dude, that was like a big one. That was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Delaware.
Like
deep in the armpit of Delaware. And it was like eye-opening shit, man.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see
It's
where you
important,
feel
man.
like your values would not be appreciated, and you're like, okay, so...
But your values also change because you go to other places that are completely different from where you have like your formative years and where you were born. And you see and you have conversations with people, and you know these are like legitimate good people. And then what they believe and their ideals might be different from you. And then what you do is like you kind of come to terms within yourself like, well, I know that that's a good person who like loves their family and would do anything for like their spouses and their children and their partners and their town and their extended family. And why do they believe what they believe? And then you start to have a more well-rounded kind of belief system.
Yeah. You gotta get those little tastes.
You have to. Oh, my tool belt. You have to have a very well-rounded sense of like how people are. Like if you
want to be like,
no, you have to, no matter who you are, because people in the war, imagine, and then you expand from your state to all the states in the U.S. and then the world. People aren't like all over the world like they are within like fucking 12 miles. You're not Jesus. You don't have to like walk wherever you're at. No. You have to like just be aware of how people are. And
well, it's just like do some research. Just like in general,
fucking get in your car, dog.
Step outside of your bubble.
Why even get your license if you're gonna stay within 12 miles of anywhere you've ever been?
Like your bubble is where you have all of your comforts and all of your desires. Your desires are actually sometimes outside the bubble, but within the bubble, you've got your comfort. You've got the things you do every fucking day that make you feel safe and make you feel like you won't die and you won't encounter, any issues. You just go about your kind of bubble life. Mm-hmm. And all we're saying is
Los Angeles.
Take a chance and step outside of the bubble for a second.
Yeah.
Like whatever that means.
A couple weeks.
Take a solo trip on a train somewhere.
Yeah.
You ever wanted to go see that place that's like 2 hours away?
Put all your belongings in a handkerchief on a stick.
Which is my favorite hot dog place.
And we'll be right back with the piss.
But yeah, like pack up your shit and take a trip. Or like, look, if that's too big, go to a local park and sit down next to a tree and just like close your eyes and sit in nature and take a deep breath through your nose and blow out real slow through your mouth over and over again and feel the fucking ground and the grass on your fucking fingers and shit.
Eat a bunch of dirt.
Eat some dirt, fucking punch a squirrel, do whatever you gotta do, but step outside of the bubble, like Mike was saying. You don't have to like travel the world, but like, you know, maybe get a little more perspective.
Ask your parents where cum comes from.
Ask your parents where cum comes from. Oh, let me put the lid on the cum thing.
Okay. I wish you would. You could sell that for a lot of money.
In the defense of our parents.
Mm-hmm.
They were parenting at a time where they were like the results of the generation before them raising them, and we all know that came with its own little interesting.
Our parents'
quirks.
parents used to eat coal.
There you go.
Did you know that?
My grandparents used to make my mom eat keys.
You know,
she'd hear it and she'd go, "Oh boy, here we go.
It's dinner time.
Eat the keys."
My mom sounded like a bag of change.
Yeah, her tummy was real, but she got a lot of iron in her blood, which is why we Zaragoza boys got good iron.
My mom used to poop padlocks.
Yeah, but anyway, like, you know, they're the product of that generation. So by the time they became parents and it came time to be like teaching life shit to them, like, you know, I think that everybody kind of went about it a different way. And of course it's all on an individual basis too. But I'm just saying the general cultural feeling about open sexuality and closed sexuality was like kind of closed.
Yeah.
Like sexuality was a little more closed in the 80s. And I think it was probably really hard for our parents to be like, fuck, I guess I might have to talk about cum.
Yeah. Dude, I remember one time, I used to have a bit about this, but one time I would spend a lot of time with my grandparents because I was an only child and my parents worked a lot. So I would go hang out with my grandparents and I used to just like look through their shit all the time.
Right, of course.
And one time I found a book called The Joy of Sex
at
my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
And that was like a huge, very popular book, like in the 70s, I think.
Like, I bet my parents had it too. But
I think they all had it just to figure out, like, I know we could do, it says here it's called missionary style.
Because that, dude.
But there's like this many pages in this
like,
book.
Because that was there was no like porn on the internet. Like if you wanted porn, you'd have to go to the fucking porn theater.
You'd have to buy it from the same guy you bought your newspaper from.
Yeah. Or you'd get a magazine, or you'd get like, or if you had like a Betamax or something, you could like probably maybe find a shop somewhere that had porn beta tapes.
And that's why now is the worst timeline.
Well, I mean, in a lot of ways,
you could turn on the internet and just type in sex, and the first 8 things that are presented to you are like how to fuck your stepsister.
Yes.
And there we need to take some steps back.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the floodgates of the internet on humanity created things that were unprecedented, things we couldn't ever have predicted.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, the spread of knowledge in a fast way is like kind of cool and important.
I mean, it's cool and important. We can't stop it.
But it comes with all of that terrible shit, which is access to.
Which is even more of a reason
shit.
why if you're in our generation and you're in your 30s and you're trying to poop out kids, you absolutely need to let them know like what's okay and what's not okay.
Yeah.
Because they're going to see it sooner than you did.
Right.
And they're going to see all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Being a curious little kid with the internet you could just type in, I'm 13 years old. I'm going to close my eyes and type in absolutely anything I've ever wanted to see.
Yeah.
And have that.
Random. Yeah. And then once it knows what
I'm feeling lucky.
And then once it knows what you like, suddenly it's like giving you all of that without even searching for it.
Yeah.
Ooh, these generations growing up is going to be scary. It's just like, it's like.
No one ever types in how to be a better person.
You know what though, Mike? It's
That's
okay.
my favorite porn search. Two good people kiss
Doing good things.
and talk about charity work.
Two kind souls have a wonderful conversation together. Two empathetic people have a chat.
Empathetic people doing missionary in church.
Empathetic people kissing. I want that so bad. Dude, let's
Deep
create
hand-holding compilation.
Okay, let's create. We should talk this out. We should talk about this off the podcast. But we should create a separate, like a thing that's loosely connected to the Dynamic Banter universe.
We know enough porn stars. We should produce Dynamic Banter porn.
But I'm saying it should be like, Dynamic Banter should only be connected by this. This moment on the show.
I'd like to admit my drinking problem.
Like, I'd like the audience to know, but everybody else to think it's just a regular Pornhub channel where it's just like, we're never in it.
Yeah.
There's like no Dynamic Banter branding.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's our side thing.
We should have like an Easter egg title. Like it should start with a D and a B.
Eyes.
Yeah. Open Eyes Entertainment. Open Eyes, Closed Legs.
And one could be called Don't Bring Back the Piss.
Don't. It's very important that you keep all your piss or bring it to the toilet, but never bring it back.
Dude, but I love that because it's like you could still get very attractive people.
Absolutely. They don't have to be ugly people.
And they could be scantily
Ugly people
clad.
can't have sex. I want to go on the air and I want to say that.
Right.
Ugly people should not be allowed to have sex.
I mean, I don't
Or
think,
pleasure.
So I don't think that's true, obviously, for those of you that are keeping track of our feelings.
I'll say it right now. Ugly people should not be allowed to smile or have pleasure.
Okay, so I don't exactly believe that.
I'm just kidding.
I'm on the same page. Listen, the hard truth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to the hard truth, okay? Hang on, let me get some suspenseful.
The hard truth would be a good title for the first or second VHS we come out.
Let's do suspenseful music.
Suspenseful royalty-free music. Royalty-free hand-holding compilation.
What was the phrase again?
Hard truth.
Let's get to the hard truth.
Hold on, before we do that.
That's too suspenseful, I think. How about this? Thank you. Oh, shit, we weren't recording? All that stuff with my mom? Whoa. Whatever, we're not going to get some good shit here.
Banter presents the hard truth.
Here's the hard truth, motherfuckers. You ready for this?
What instrument makes that noise? That's somebody doing this on the bass?
Scratching violin strings. Here's the hard truth, guys. Ugly people in porn, they don't get much play.
Ugly people don't get much play.
And by the way, ugly is subjective. Someone
Most people
who
are ugly.
A lot of people who think you are pretty might also think you're ugly. And vice versa. And that's the hard truth today. So, Mike.
Good segment.
So, first of all, can I give a quick shout out to Derek?
Yeah.
And can we talk about this shout out to Derek shit?
Yeah.
So there's some interesting. So I guess okay. So some of you have pointed out. Hang on, I owe you $10. Some of you have pointed out that this bit is not new. Mm-hmm. This Derek thing.
I wish they didn't point it out.
Me too, because I guess okay. So there's a user on Reddit named Annie Beam. And they made a compilation of the shout outs to Derek on the show.
Very good.
And it goes pretty far back. And this is something that you and I were both pretty unaware of.
Yeah, the first instance
this is how our brains
was
work.
At your house, right? When we were doing the show at your house?
No, it was the Valleyfolk studio.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the first one.
Nice.
Which is still quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we're a little past halfway on the show.
That's okay. We still kind of got a lot to do.
I was gonna say we could save the compilation of Derek shoutouts for after the ads really quick. Or we could just do this Derek thing.
Let's just do it and then do the ads.
Okay, great.
Then we got some more stuff.
So we got a long show.
That's fine. I think no one is gonna enjoy your Friday.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this right now, have a drive.
Yeah.
In your hybrid car.
Or just know
preferably electric car.
Maybe you're doing work.
Maybe
you got your work day going, but you're listening. Like, know that your work day is not going to last forever.
Maybe you're drifting off to sleep. Obey your parents. and just put this in your ears and maybe shout it out to one other friend who may or may not like it. If they don't like it, it'll be fun to watch them try. And if they do like it, hey, we all just created a new friend and we help the show grow. But you know what else helps the show grow and helps monetize the show and helps pay for our life and this water that we drink? Because water ain't cheap, especially with it being the most scarce thing on the planet moving forward, is not only getting a little something from dynamicbanter.clothing, and boy do we have some exciting stuff on the horizon, but HeadGum, our podcast partners, help us hook up with sponsors, and they help feed us a little bit of that change. And supporting the sponsors is supporting us. So we'd like to take a little break now for what we like to call the ad reads.
Shout out to Stamps.com, guys. We love Stamps.com. My mama uses Stamps.com. She was on the show earlier. Estela Zaragoza. No, quite a few people that use Stamps.com. And here's the deal, guys. The summer is showing certain welcome signs of a more normal life ahead, potentially. And so finally we can get back to enjoying life's little pleasures, like smiling at your neighbor, seeing a movie, and going to the post office. Just kidding. You don't want to go to the damn post office.
Don't go to the post office.
That's right. But with Stamps.com, you won't have to go to the post office, and you'll save on postage. You can mail and ship anytime, anywhere, right from your computer. You can send letters, ship packages, and pay less, a lot less, with discounted rates from USPS and UPS. Stamps.com saves businesses thousands of hours and tons of money every year. Here's the deal. You could have like a pen pal if you wanted.
Is your pen pal a gorilla?
Two hands. Did you meet someone online or something? You got an LDR going, a long distance relationship?
You ever want to send them an email on paper?
Listen, it's sometimes nice, and you maybe you want to send a package with all sorts of good little goodies in it. And Stamps.com will help you do that. They bring the same U.S. Postal and UPS shipping services right to your computer, right from your door, and right to your door. They make it easy for small businesses to mail, ship, without needing to take any trip to the post office. And you can print official U.S. postage and shipping labels 24/7 without having to leave your desk or buy any fancy equipment. All you need is your computer and a standard printer. And who doesn't have those things?
Who doesn't have those?
And once your mail is ready, you just schedule a pickup or drop off. It's that simple, guys. So why don't you stop wasting time going to the post office and go to Stamps.com instead? There's no risk. And with our promo code BANTER, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale with no long-term commitments or contracts. You just go to Stamps.com, you click on the microphone at the top of the page, and you type in BANTER. That's Stamps.com, promo code BANTER. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
Stamps.com.
Hey guys, let's talk about MeUndies.
Oh, hell yeah, MeUndies, give it to me, good!
You know how people say, Imagine everyone in their underwear.
You know how people say that? You've heard them say that. Welcome to the last day of this chair.
This has been...
Do you just do a silent uh-oh into the microphone?
No. You know how people say imagine everyone in their underwear to make you feel more comfortable?
Yes.
As if imagining a room full of strangers down to their skivels is what makes us comfy? MeUndies believes that comfort does not start with imagining, but instead it starts with actual comfort.
Imagine people in their underwear second.
After you imagine how comfortable they are. Imagine everyone in the audience being comfortable.
It might help you kind of calm down if you imagine everyone looking at you to be comfortable.
That's why MeUndies makes the softest undies in fun prints to help you feel comfortable at your core. So you can really feel ready to take on anything. No half-naked room necessary. But we ain't complaining. MeUndies are designed to be the softest thing, dare we say it, on the planet. Baby bottoms? Yeah, they're old news. MeUndies' signature micromodal fabric literally grows from trees, Michael.
Oh my god, you're telling me there's micromodal trees?
Yeah. making their undies not only super soft, but also sustainable.
If you ask your teacher...
Yeah.
You mean to tell me the world is on tectonic plates?
Yeah. That means that their undies are not only super soft, but they're also sustainable, guys. Yeah. They offer different cuts because they just get it.
How much?
Can you save your questions, please? Did you think that was the moment to ask a question?
I can tell you what the answer is.
You know why he asked that? I tried to ask a question because there was a silent laugh going on.
Yeah.
All right, here's the deal. We've got different butts. So why don't you check out their undies, socks, bralettes, loungewear, and more, ranging from sizes extra small all the way to 4XL. MeUndies is a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you're going to get 15% off and free shipping. Wait a minute, teacher. Today we're going to talk about photosynthesis? Are you okay? Teacher, are you alright, buddy? Yeah. Alright, guys, so MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. MeUndies also has their problem-free philosophy. If you're not satisfied with any product for any reason, they'll refund it or exchange it. No caveats, no questions. So to get your 15% off your first order, get out of here. Stop it! To get 15% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/banter. That's MeUndies.com/banter. We love MeUndies. Yeah. Oh no! Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, all right. We got a couple more ads. Let's see if we can do this. So we can get through this. We're already losing our minds. Quip. Oh. Okay, Mike. Fill in the blank. Brush, floss, then
Rinse.
If you didn't say rinse, you may not be getting a complete clean.
Rinse.
There you go. We'll edit it in. Mouthwash is a key part of your whole mouth's health because it gets between the teeth to kill bad breath germs, and it helps strengthen enamel. Thankfully, the oral care experts at Quip created a super simple way to make mouthwash part of your daily oral care routine. And I'll tell you guys, I love their freaking dispenser. It's so cool. It looks like you got a future bathroom with all that Quip stuff in there.
That's true.
All the Quip stuff looks like the...
It looks like you're in a dentist office, but you're not. You're in your house.
It's like you're in the future dentist office.
Brush your teeth.
You know Quip, the makers of the electric toothbrush and floss you hear about all the time. Well, they've launched a new mouthwash to help you complete your clean. Plus, it comes with a refillable dispenser that's delightful to use and sleek enough to fit on any bathroom counter. The Quip mouthwash kills bad breath, and it helps prevent cavities.
Stop it!
What?
It'll make less money than we did last.
Wait, what does it do? Quip mouthwash kills bad breath germs and helps prevent cavities and leaves you feeling fresh thanks to a formula that gives your mouth everything it needs and nothing it doesn't, like sugar and other little boys you don't want in there. Their 4X concentrate has fluoride, xylitol, and CPC, but they left out the artificial colors and stinging alcohol you'll find in other rinses. And there's a refillable dispenser that's compact footprint will fit in any bathroom, big or small. And with 5 colors and 2 high-end finishes to choose from, you're guaranteed to find a dispenser that matches your style. And this is one of the mouthwash you definitely don't want to hide under your sink. Hey, and here's the deal, guys. Along with mouthwash, Quip also delivers fresh brush heads, floss, and toothpaste refills every 3 months from $5, guys, and shipping is absolutely free. So you can save money and skip the hustle and bustle of in-store shopping. With affordable refills plus free shipping, it's so easy to keep your whole mouth healthy. Join the over 5 million mouths already using Quip and start swishing today. So you go to getquip.com/banter5 right now and you'll get $5 off the mouthwash starter kit. That's $5 off a mouthwash starter kit, which includes a refillable dispenser and a 90-dose supply of Quip's 4X concentrated formula at getquip.com/banter5. Spelled GETQUIP.com/banter5. Quip! The Good Habits Company. Guys, BetterHelp has been a great new sponsor, and there's no better time to talk about mental health in a way that is accessible to people, open. It's more open. It's a time where we should be more open about our mental health and know that you're not alone. And BetterHelp really, really helps with that. Now, we've talked about things interfering with your happiness in previous ads for BetterHelp. And if there are things that interfere with your happiness, can you pinpoint what that is? And if you can, then BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist so you can talk about it. You can connect in a safe, private online environment, and it's also very convenient. And you can start communicating with someone in under 48 hours. And here's the deal. We've said this before, it's not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it is professional counseling done securely online. And it's available for people worldwide, so you don't have to worry about it maybe not being available where you're at, but check it out just in case. We'll get to that Earl in just a second. Who says Earl? What am I, 40? Yes. And here's the deal. You're going to get timely and thoughtful responses to all of your questions, plus you can schedule weekly video or even phone sessions. But the best part is, You don't have to go to some waiting room somewhere. You don't have to get in your car and drive anywhere. This is online, completely confidential, convenient, professional, affordable. All the things you want when you feel like you're alone and like there's no one out there to help you out. You all right, Mike?
Yeah, I saw something funny. Sorry.
Is there something you want to share with the whole class?
Yes, but right now it's not appropriate.
All right, well, we'll get to that. So, guys, why don't you go to betterhelp.com/banter? Maybe you can get those giggles back in your life if you're feeling kind of down on yourself. And that's something Mike and I would really like for everybody, and especially our listeners.
Want everyone to feel like they can get everything off their chests.
Exactly. And like you're not alone. And again, completely confidential, all that good stuff. So why don't you join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health at BetterHelp, HELP.com/banter. You're going to get that 10% off your first month by going to BetterHelp.com/banter. Thanks, BetterHelp.
Thank you. And thank you to HeadGum for hooking us up with all those sponsors. Really appreciate all the work that you do for us. We hope that we're kind of worthy of it, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And they make us feel worthy of it. Mm-hmm. And it's a nice little symbiosis.
Sure.
God bless. All right, let's get to the bottom of this Derek thing.
Okay.
So, as I said before, Annie Beam sent us a video and actually posted this in the Dynamic Banter subreddit. But it's a compilation of shout outs to Derek. As far back as the fucking Valleyfolk studio days. Here we go.
Probably 4 years ago.
Possibly, yeah. All right, here we go. Thank you, boys, for being a constant ray of sunlight in the darkness, in the darkest of timelines. Shout out to my friend Derek. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You know what? As a matter of fact, fuck you, Derek.
I'll keep you updated. Shout out to my pal Derek. Can't wait to see you in Nashville on a lease. Anyway, that's the story about how I laughed so much at your show I had to go to the hospital, sort of. I love you guys. Please come closer to my home in Ohio next live show so I won't have to drive 8 hours when you inevitably send me to the hospital again. Fingers crossed, it's you guys that put me in an early grave. And as always, shout out to Derek. Love you boys both with all my heart. And then this is the last episode. Shout out to Derek. He just got married. Okay. You know, every time we hear it, it's like the brand new time.
Every time. Every single time.
Except, I think you remembered in the 2 earlier clips. Because you laughed like a lot at it when I said when I read shout out to Derek.
My gut feeling is that it's such a random and specific thing.
And it's just funny to you every time?
I don't think I've ever, I might be wrong because I don't remember this.
No.
But I think it's just such a random thing that it hits me in the most perfect spot.
Well, because it's like the name Derek.
If you did it next week, I would have no idea.
Yeah. Same. And Mike was saying it's almost unfortunate that now we're aware of it being kind of a bit, and now everybody's going to email in with their shout out to Derek's.
I'm a 2-horn cool. BB bang bang open eye Derek boy.
Yeah, exactly. Open eyes boy. But like
somebody lock down Derek.
Let's say right now, what is this? This is August 12th.
This is a timestamp for the next compilation video.
Let's say,
dude, that's
let's say we could go all the way through October with shout out to Derek if you wanted to.
After that,
I'm not even gonna read it. If I see shout out to Derek, I'm gonna skip that part.
If your name is Derek, you're not allowed to listen to this.
No more Dereks. After October, we are never gonna say the name Derek again. Anyway, so I love that. I love that was the offense.
No offense.
Okay, really quick, Mike, we've been talking about this obey your parents thing.
Obey your parents.
So,
obey your parents. Obey your
parents. There's a Hulk Hogan obey your parents record.
Yeah.
Man, where is it? I need to find it.
Mike, it's been sent to me. It's been sent to me for this past week about 1,000 times. Anytime a meme comes out and it has anything to do with anything that we've talked about in the past 6 years, it's sent to me at no less than 47 times in 1 week.
Yeah. And it's certainly been sent. It's been sent to us a lot.
Yeah.
But I can't find it. Am I gonna have to fucking go into TikTok?
That's all right. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world.
Well,
but apparently
it's
what
just
it is.
so funny.
And you think it's a fake thing.
Yeah, because when I searched for it, Obvious Plant, which is a really cool artist that makes fake products and then puts them in stores.
That's very funny
for people to find and be confused by.
Somebody found it in Amoeba.
Right. So but I don't think the record part of it is real. But here's what it is. It's a fake record that has Hulk Hogan on it. And it says, Hulk Hogan says, "Obey your parents." Subliminal record. Listen while you sleep. Improves compliance. 36 minutes of Hulk Hogan repeatedly saying, "Obey your parents." And it has Hulk Hogan on it smiling and a little kid sleeping all soundly in his bed. So someone made the audio for it, and it's just really funny.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to play it for us because I think it's...
This subliminal record from the 1980s is just Hulk Hogan repeatedly
Hulk
saying,
Hogan.
"Obey your parents."
Okay, so they're putting the needle down on the record.
Yeah, that's very much not him, but it is very funny.
Just for 36 minutes.
Yeah.
Obey your parents.
36 minutes per side, do you think? Or you think it's like a 15 minutes per side?
Oh, yeah, maybe it's 15 per side.
You think it's an LP or an EP?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck.
But I just thought it would be funny to share that. But anyway,
funny.
Mike, all right, you got something?
Yeah, I came up with a new segment idea.
Okay.
And this is kind of like a horizontal integration. Buddy of ours, friend of the show, Nick Ham, is it, how do you say his last name? Thank you. Is coming out with an EP. It's called Pretty Young. And this is an Australian singer-songwriter / friend of ours, actor. And he texts us every once in a while, and he's like, "Hey, mates, can you help me bring my music to the world?" And what that means is that him saying, for no extra money, will you promote my album on your show? And of course, we're good friends. And of course, we'll do it, but we will do it in our own particular idiom.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's
style.
got to know that if we're going to do something for him for promotional purposes, it's going to be done in a way that will make us laugh.
I think he always expects it. Like I think he has a team of like marketing people who's like, this would be good, and post a picture of yourself being young. And this is something that you could do at home if you're listening right now. Since I think the album comes out tonight, which would be Thursday night.
So it's out now.
Brand new album out now.
Here's a clip of the song, by the way. Should we play a little bit of it?
Yeah, just play a little bit of it.
There
Perfect. Obey your parents.
Obey your parents.
So he was like, if you post a picture of yourself looking young and say, my album's out now, that would really help us. And that is a great suggestion for him to suggest to us. But we're not going to do it like that.
No.
We're going to promote it the way we want to promote it, which is like this.
Yes.
Also, is there any way we can get him on the phone?
Yeah, we could pull up here. We could just...
Should we do the segment first and then call him as like the grand finale?
Well, what's the segment?
Segment is called... it's a new dynamic banter segment called I'd Be Lying. And it's kind of vast, and it could really be anything.
Is this the theme song to I'd Be Lying?
Yeah. Thank you. Are we just gonna keep it? Okay, so here's I wrote down something to tell you. Okay, here we go. One time, after I got my first iPad, a girl I knew told me to never put my cell phone down on it because one time she had done that and it somehow erased everything on her phone. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about that every single time I looked at my iPad for the last however many years I've had an iPad.
I think so. So I have to guess if you're lying or it's literally.
There's no game.
There's no game.
It's just
a
what
segment.
I said is what the segment is.
I love it.
Oh, there is a question. What do you think really happened there? Because obviously that is not anything.
Well, probably some kind of glitch on their phone.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with the laptop whatsoever.
But there's a person walking around
who believes
Earth, who believes that if you put an iPhone down on an iPad, maybe that's where the universe connects. Right. And then your all of your iMessages and your Cal go into a black hole.
And they believe that despite the fact that these phones are designed to accompany your laptop and be around your laptop.
Yeah.
And probably sit on top of your laptop a lot.
What do you think happened?
I think there was something wrong with their phone. And the laptop had nothing to do with it.
But I really and truly, see how I was cleaning up the table so we could do this?
Yeah.
And I have a laptop and I have an iPad on top of the laptop.
Yeah.
Every time something like that happens and I'm cleaning up, I think about that every time.
I would too.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, man, if that I'd be lying. I'd be like, if someone told me that and it happened to them, I would think about it forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, that's not true.
Do you like the segment? Do you think it could be an ongoing segment? Oh, yeah.
Because it's just something where you're like, I'd be lying if.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it could really be anything. Feel free to include that in your history roads if you'd like.
Yeah.
Or in the subject. If you write us an email, in the subject of an email, say I'd be lying, and we'll save it for that.
That's
segment.
A great idea. I love that. All right, shall we call the boy?
Yeah, let's call the boy.
Let's call the boy.
Let's call the boy. Hello, boy. Welcome. There he is. I love how the "there he is" cut off of a lot of the remixes because it's not in the same key. We're going to have Nick tell us about cum.
Hi. Who's this?
Hey, buddy. Hey, Nick Hamilton. This is Steve Zaragoza from Dynamic Banter and Mike Falzone from Dynamic Banter. Hey, Mike, and I'm still talking. And welcome. And you're on Dynamic Banter.
Can I?
Stop it!
Thank you.
So, Nick, we decided to give you a ring because we wanted to do some shameless promotion for your new album.
That's so nice.
Your EP. And we were just talking about you little squirt. And we just wanted to give you a call and ask you if you'd be lying.
I would be lying.
How are you doing, man? You want to talk about your album a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, we're doing it. We're going well.
I love that. All right. Well, thanks for calling. Thanks for calling, buddy.
And that will fulfill our obligation to our friend to promote his album out now called Pretty Young.
And here's a clip.
And here's a clip from Nick's album Pretty Young. I'm getting a call now from Nick Hamilton.
Tell him he's interrupting history.
Hi, Nick. We're filming a podcast right now, but what's up?
Oh shit! Are you free?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Steve called me and then he must have lost me, so I just figured maybe you're with him. And
Zaragoza?
Zaragoza.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay. He said he doesn't remember doing that.
You're on a podcast, so you can probably wind it back a little bit.
Wind it back.
Oh, I would never.
You're not young enough to think we could wind it back.
For Mike and I, this show happens once.
Hey, that's fair.
We're live.
I'm never going to listen to this ever again.
Anyway, is there anything you want to say?
Well, talking about never listening to anything, my debut EP is out today, and that's very exciting.
That's nice. Now, I was under the impression that you released these songs a bunch of times already.
I've released some songs, that's correct.
How many of the songs have you released out of how many?
We did a waterfall release, so we've released 4 tracks, and there's 6 tracks on the EP.
Ooh, music industry lingo.
What does a waterfall release mean to someone who doesn't give a shit about music marketing?
It basically means that you release all the songs on an EP or an album as singles, basically all the songs, and then you leave only a few on the EP. But I promise you, the fact that they've been left on the EP doesn't mean that they're worse.
What is the benefit of releasing an EP in 2021?
It's cheaper.
Cheaper than what?
An album.
Yeah, but why not just why not just release like 6 singles?
You fall?
Are you just trying to design one record jacket?
Yeah, kind of. Well, it's mainly because I was told to do it by people who seem to know what they're doing.
You were told by people who have never released their own music how to release your music. You're going to let the man dictate your art.
And you didn't listen to, and you didn't hear or listen to me.
So Nick, you look pretty young. Hi, Steve Zaragoza here from Dynamic Banter.
Hi, Steve.
You look pretty young in this music video here for your song "Pretty Young." Is the album called "Pretty Young" also?
The EP is called "Pretty Young," and you keep calling it an album.
So there's an EP called "Pretty Young," and you're using that phrase "pretty young" a little bit.
Do you know what EP stands for,
I'm
Nick?
pretty young. Sorry?
Do you know what EP stands for?
Yeah, it's extended play, and then an album is an LP, which is a long play, which I always thought was silly because an EP is shorter than an LP.
And you're right there, Nick.
Thank you.
Is there anything? Do you have a favorite song off the album?
Well, the song that hasn't been released yet, like one of the songs that haven't been released yet, is actually really quite good, and I'm excited to do some press for that. It's called "Everything to Lose."
Okay, what's that about?
I'm coming.
It's about feeling like you've got.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, I have a little cough.
Okay, when don't you?
Yo, that's a good point.
Everything to Lose is about going home and being worried that your reputation's being ruined by going back to your hometown instead of chasing your dreams in the city of angels.
Interesting. Now, how do you think LA has affected your personality as a young man?
I'm better. Being around people who I like as friends that I respect has made me better.
Who say names?
I'm coming.
No.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Thanks,
I hope that
Nick.
everyone goes and listens to your LP, Younger Now.
Nick, I'm really excited about your album, Pretty Young. Here's a clip.
Thank you.
Are you going to go on Regis and Kathy Lee to play your album?
Yeah, I am. Just them.
Okay.
Nick, hi, Steve Zaragoza from Dynamic Banter.
You're going to have to call him because I ran out of minutes. Oh, Nick. He just wants to be a musician.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Nick, I had a question about... Hi, Steve Zaragoza from Dynamic Banter.
Hi, Steve.
I'm here. A question here about your album, Pretty Young.
Right.
And how young is Pretty Young? All right. What's it's really young.
I found out long ago.
Looking around to see what happens.
How young is Pretty Young, and we have history roads. Oh my goodness gracious.
Hi, Nick. What's up, man?
You must have got
We're recording Dynamic
Mike
Banter
Banter
right
from
now.
Dynamic Banter. How young is it?
Guys, let's get this...
Stamps.com. Oh my goodness.
we're
Dude,
having
we should do that thing where like I'll call your mom and you call Nick and we'll put the phones.
Dude, someone did a TikTok of like 2 restaurants.
Oh yeah, that's like the oldest prank phone call you could do.
Dude, I've never heard it.
We used to do that when like Total Phone came out.
Oh my god.
And you would call both of them and then connect the calls and they would yell at each other.
Dude, I just love it because it goes on for so long. What's your order?
Yeah.
No, what are you ordering?
No, you called us.
Yeah,
And there's usually an accent that you can't do.
Yeah, go ahead, order. Yeah, what's your order? Like, yeah, order.
Yeah. It's nice.
Allie, I won't say her last name, but Allie sends an email saying
Just in case.
She says 1 out of 2 grandmas love Miller Genuine Draft.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Man, it's about time we got some Gen Draft up in here.
Sup, boys? I thought I would throw out a Lee Remembrance Parkway. Remembrance Parkway. That's a new one.
You know what? There's a lot of like redundant recycled jokes on this show. And
It's nice.
I've never heard that before.
It's nice when they throw in a new one. Yeah. And let's see. I want to throw out a Lee Remembrance Parkway about how I found out that one of my grandmother's favorite beers was Miller Genuine Draft. I was watching some awful movie where Bruce Willis played a serial killer with my folks. Towards the end of the movie, old Bruce was drinking a genuine draft on a boat.
Ooh. Good product placement.
Being a cider gal, I thought that Miller Genuine Draft was something y'all made up until like 6 months ago. Wait, how is that?
Did someone say...
Oh, shit!
Miller Genuine Draft?
Dude, Cecil!
Hey, Steve.
What's up, man? It's been a bit.
I got a text message and I had to come on the show.
Oh, who texted you?
Nick Hamilton.
Oh, what did he say?
He said he had something little and pretty coming out.
Yeah.
Tonight. He paid me a lot of money to come on this show.
Wait, he paid you money?
He paid me a lot of money.
Mike and I did not get any money.
He said, how much is Miller Genuine Draft paying you? I'm going to double it.
Are you connected with Miller Genuine Draft?
Absolutely, I'm sponsored, Steve.
Alright, what do you want to say about Nick's fucking album? We already talked a lot about it.
You guys already talked about it?
Yeah, we did.
Fucking...
Oh, well, there he goes. Just like that. She says she's holding back giggles about MGD, and my dad says that my grandma, his mom, loved Miller Genuine Draft, and to this day, I get such a kick out of that. Shout out to the grandmas and shout out to Derek. There we go, baby.
You got one
On a more sentimental note, I am so thankful to you boys for the light you bring into the world. I was a semester and a half into my master's degree when COVID made the world go, uh-oh. I finally graduated this week, and even though things still suck, thanks Delta, congrats to you, I find it easier to laugh after spending some time listening to the pod. So thank you. Feeling yucky in Kentucky, Allie.
I like Allie a lot.
Me
Allie's
too.
very creative.
Allie's great.
Shout out to Delta.
Keep them coming, Allie. Titanium. Titanium or John? John sends an email saying...
I'm sorry, it's spelled...
It's spelled... sorry, yeah, it's pronounced titanium. Pronounced John, but it's spelled like titanium. Hello, boys. This is your old friend, but probably zero honk birthed male, John De Filippo. You may say my last name, but probably can't.
Okay.
If history is any indicator.
Okay. Thank you for having faith in your favorite podcast host.
I have a hopeful, acceptable length history wrote about the possible curse of Turtle Talk with Crush after the diarrhea incident you read about a couple weeks back. I recalled when we took our girls to Disney World a few years ago. Uh-oh.
Is this a diarrhea story?
We'll find out. So they did so great for many days in a row, mesmerized by the turn of every corner like they should be, until our visit to Epcot. We had reserved time for Turtle Talk because we heard it was good, and the kids were super excited.
What's Turtle Talk?
It's the one with the turtle that comes in and goes, whoa, dude,
okay,
I'm gonna talk to everybody in here.
Yeah. Didn't we had somebody who was like the voice of that or something?
No,
the person who talked to the turtle.
We were talking about, the person who talked to the turtle had diarrhea. Yeah, shit her pants.
That's fucking great. That's great.
Shit her pants.
And the turtle keeps doing their side of the conversation. That's right, Rebecca.
She says, yeah, me too. We had reserved time for Turtle Talk because we heard it was good. And the kids were super excited until about 1 minute into the talk when my elder daughter all of a sudden said she needed to go to the bathroom. while she clutched her stomach. Uh-oh. We made it 2 feet out the door into a side hallway, and she projectile vomited all over the wall and floor.
Dude, kids love throwing up at
Love
parks.
it. Love
Can't
it.
get enough.
They love it when you're having fun. They love to puke while you're having fun.
Little about kids.
Said it was like a fountain. Not knowing what to do, I called out for help, and a female cast member came over around the corner.
In character.
She just looked at us for a second and said, "Oh, wow."
I don't think that's part of the training.
That's not what you want to hear. Yeah. What do you do when you see vomit? You say, we'll help you with that.
Oh, boy.
You don't say, oh, boy.
Looks like we got a problem. Uh-oh.
I said, yeah. Do you have anything I can clean this up with? And she snapped out of it and said, no. Just take care of her. We'll clean this up. Kudos to Disney cast members. And she called for backup while we were rushed off to the bathroom.
You think she said, we can clean this up? We'll take care of this.
Oh, yeah, with the 2 fingers. On top of that, we had also reserved the princess dinner that evening at the Frozen Castle in the Norway Pavilion. So we ended up paying like $45 for a plate of white rice.
What?
Because our tummy hurt.
Yeah. I would eat it.
Anyway, shout out to Derek. Oh, and to Cora for her exceptional regurgitation abilities. Okay.
Shout out one time to Cora. I hope your belly's feeling better.
As a 10-year-old girl, I hope she doesn't listen to the podcast for many years.
Yeah.
But thanks to the internet, it'll be here waiting for her. Thanks, boys. Have a good, oh crap, it's halfway through August now? John. P.S. Rereading this using the phrase birthed male certainly sounds like I'm making some sort of statement about transgenderism, but I promise it was just a play on born boy.
Poor John. Poor John.
You know
what,
John?
Just say your shit,
okay.
John.
You're okay.
Fine, dude.
you're
John,
in a
wherever
safe
you are
space.
right now, take 5 deep breaths.
Yeah, John, first of all, respectful of you to do that.
John is one cis-born boy.
Clearly, here's the deal. You're in a safe place, and if you were disrespectful in any way, trust me, Mike and I would have made fun of you.
You're right, dude. You're right. But sometimes it's okay to be okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay?
You're all right, okay? You're okay, all right?
No!
Yes.
Oh, this is great. M. Diaz Cheese says, the time I got stuck in the Popeyes bathroom.
Oh, boy, man. Wow. Uh-oh. What a place to get stuck in.
Yeah, I can't wait. Maybe we'll get to it.
Maybe there's something in the email about
Maybe
it.
there's something in this email.
Anyway, who's next?
Hello, Mick and Steve.
Already don't like it. Disrespectful.
My name is Miguel from Georgia. Got to see Mike in the ATL. Jolly good show.
Hell yeah, man. That was a great time.
Did he bring it back? Are you good with him now?
Yes.
I got a not really short one about the time I got stuck in the Popeyes bathroom.
Fuck.
I went to lunch with a buddy of mine at Popeyes. Of course, we were going for the chicken sandwich. I ordered my sandwich and I told my buddy I was going to the bathroom.
Have you had the Popeyes chicken sandwich? I haven't either, but I heard good things. I heard people were getting mugged over.
People go nuts about it. Yeah. I thought I was going in for a quick one on a speed run poo, so to speak, since we had to get back to work. It was a code orange level poo evolving into a code red.
Dude, my friend, I went golfing with my friend Nolan yesterday, and he was talking about how he had bubble guts.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you going to shit outside somewhere? And he goes, I think I got like a top 5 situation.
Top 5?
I laughed really hard. It was like a perfect
never heard it
yeah.
described that way.
It was like, it feels kind of like a top 5 situation.
Top 5.
I loved it.
This guy's saying it's a code orange level poo that evolved into a code red.
Uh-oh. As it does.
As it do. Ran in quick, did my business, and was about to do arguably one of the most important part of the process. I was about to wipe. It was at this time that I noticed a very small detail that would severely impact my Popeyes experience. There was no toilet paper.
I was in the middle of the dining hall.
I wasn't in the bathroom at all. Not even that last little bit that is glued to the roll. That baby was clean out of toilet paper.
You got to tube it out.
You got to rip that tube into small pieces.
That's the move.
Get in there. Yeah. Or just use your hand.
Yeah.
Wash it right off. Or a
splash
sock.
the water, put the water in your hand.
Right. Make a little bidet out of your hand.
But don't.
I did what any reasonable man would do. I Googled the Popeyes phone number to call the store.
I did what any reasonable man would do, and I started screaming at the top of my lungs.
I did what any reasonable man would do, and I Googled toilet paper.
I did what any reasonable man would do when he's out of toilet paper, and I shout out Derek one time.
You'd think this is where the story ends. You'd be wrong, because they didn't answer, and it gave me a moment to contemplate my next step and my life. I realized the only way out was to text my work buddy to let them know I was stranded in the bathroom and to come throw me some napkins over the door.
Then you quickly realize what kind of friends you went to go eat with.
Oh, yeah. He didn't answer.
Yeah.
I call. He doesn't answer.
That's the second kind of friend.
I leave a voicemail detailing my experience. I start panicking. Oh, man, if that voicemail still exists, can we hear it?
Yeah.
Hey, Derek, I'm in the bathroom.
Down in the bathroom. Gotta answer your goddamn phone. There's no CP toilet paper.
Goddamn.
Do you still have all those napkins in your glove compartment?
Let's just grab some fucking napkins, bro. Come on. I was about to start asking the people in the bathroom to throw me some paper towels when my knight in napkin armor walks in laughing, asking, hey, bro, you in there? Like a mummy.
Yeah.
Just covered.
Use my hand.
I will never sit without making sure I am properly equipped. I wonder if he meant shit. I left a review detailing my experience as a cautionary tale. What do you mean? Like on Yelp? Love the show. Have a good one.
Yeah, because that's a maintenance issue.
Yeah.
Housekeeping.
Right.
You got to make sure, if you have a fast food restaurant, if anyone listening owns a fast food franchise, you got to make sure you're stocked up.
Oh,
because that's not fair. Because your food is already fake.
Right.
I don't think you'll mind me saying so.
Oh, no, yeah.
And it's made up of a bunch of things that your body isn't like, it's not great to have in you.
It's made out of stuff that made really wealthy people try to make even cheaper in the production.
Uh-huh.
Every year they're around, they try to make the food a little cheaper to make.
Yeah.
And when they do that, they're using science to make stuff that tastes close to the real thing.
And that makes your poop faster as well.
Yeah.
And easier and faster.
We're talking about big poop. All right. Chris sends an email saying successful blank is my favorite blank. Saying, hey there, big boys. Chris here. Long-time caller, first-time listener here, writing from Orlando, Florida. Ever heard of it?
Yes.
I was driving down the toxic cesspool that is the I-4, aka the interstate with the highest death rate in the U.S.
Yikes.
Seriously, it's got to be haunted or something. That or the fact that it's a melting pot full of vacationers from out of state and out of country driving like they all do back home.
Could be a combination.
To make things worse, they've been doing construction around downtown for, I don't know, like a god-honest decade now. We can relate to that in LA.
Yeah.
If you go a few days in between taking this Joseph Stalin reincarnated as a stupid fucking highway, chances are it's going to look completely different each time.
Bunch of people Joseph Stalin out on the side of the highway.
I was driving with my girlfriend, humble brag, and there were some new road signs erected.
Did you say that or did he say that?
He said it.
Pretty good.
One of which meant to make sure drivers slowed down to at least a modest 35.
That'll do it.
Over displayed rumble strips? Okay. Immediately I blurted out, rumble strips ahead was my favorite childhood fairy tale. My girlfriend let out an honest giggle.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great because I was quite proud of that one.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to show that organic jokes with friends are always the best.
Rumble strips is my favorite thing to order at Popeyes.
Just going to show that organic jokes with friends are always the best, just like in your pervert cum show.
Excuse me, our parents love our pervert cum
Yeah, they
show.
do. My mom loves it. Anyway, I want to thank you for bringing feels to my attention. I've never used CBD before, but now I've been using it to help with my working from home restlessness and to help me sleep at night. And these past few weeks have been life-changing.
I know this isn't sponsored by Feels, this particular episode, but I really, really like it.
Dude, my friend was like, I can't sleep. I'm like fucked. And I was like, they sends us CBD. So I was like, you want to try this? Like,
Yeah.
I heard it works for sleepies.
I was about to give it to my landlord for the same reason.
Dude, she was like, I slept so well. Like, I can't even believe it. Like, it's such an amazing thing. So what the fuck?
Yeah.
This Feel stuff is real good. They're not a
Very
sponsor
good.
on the show today, but they're a sponsor on the show.
Stop whining the audience!
Yeah.
Hi, Nick.
Yeah.
Mike Falzone from Dynamic Banter.
Uh-huh.
It's just that I got a text message from you earlier that said you had an EP coming out tonight.
Yeah, I did.
Is there anything you want to say about it now that you have the full attention of the audience on our show?
You say that before I... Yes. No, I will. No, yes, thank you.
Okay.
My EP is called Pretty Young. It's out today because you're listening to it on Friday. This podcast episode from Dynamic Banter with Mike and Steve on Friday. And it's out now, and it's basically like a little diary of my 21-year-old life, and it's very nice and sad. And if you want to cry while also doing some dancing, then have a listen to it.
Okay. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you, Mike.
Forgot that we told him that we'd shout out his EP on
I'm
the
glad
show.
I'm glad we did it at the end. That's probably the best place to do that.
Yeah.
All right, well, guys, listen. Thank you for your history roads.
Yes.
Thank you for your patronage,
Yeah.
your listenership, your fandom. We've been seeing your open eyes, closed eyes, sweatpants photos, and it's been wonderful.
Yes, I'm glad you like them. They're completely sold out, and I've gotten a lot of DMs. This will actually help me out very much. Thank you, Steve. Gotten a lot of DMs on whether or not the sweatpants will be reprinted, because it's kind of our thing to only reprint very selected things. Our original t-shirt is reprinted. Our original sweatshirt is reprinted. And I talked to Byron, and I think if there's enough interest, since we already have the screens and stuff, that we'll do it in the fall when it makes a little bit more, when people are looking for sweatpants a little bit more because the weather is getting cooler.
That makes sense. I like that.
Yeah. So hit me up on my DMs, and so I can get kind of a gauge for how many people would buy the sweatpants if they were reprinted. So if you missed them, hit me up, and I'll keep a running tally me bananas, and we'll see.
And if you didn't miss them and you love them, please keep sending your photos. We love seeing you guys.
The more
in
creative,
them.
the better.
So good. You guys
Yeah.
have been doing great. You guys all look real hot in the sweatpants. And we've been really appreciating them. So just make sure to tag Dynamic Banter or Mike and myself or all three.
Yes.
And we'll probably repost all the good ones. We will not repost the bad ones.
No, and we want to make that clear
And
up
I'm
top.
making that clear now. Yes, thank you.
So yeah, there's a lot of really fun things on the horizon for the in the store. There's going to be great things in the store.
Exciting stuff.
Speaking of other things you could do, I have a show that is a little more than 3/4 of the way sold out in Portland, Oregon on September 25th. And I would love to see you there. I've been doing old school advice videos again on each Tuesday. They've been coming out on my YouTube channel. What was that?
Sorry.
Was that ACDC? But please subscribe to not only Dynamic Banter, youtube.com/Dynamic Banter for the full videos of this show, which come out every Monday, I think, and are edited by Ryan Farroki. But on Tuesday, I've been releasing videos, these advice things. So you could see those there. Also, we both have TikToks, Mike Falzone Comedy and Steve Zaragoza. And a lot of fun to be had over there. And there was one more thing I wanted to say that I can't quite remember at the moment. Oh, if there's any photographers out there, all throughout last year, I spent last year making a bunch of presets for Lightroom. And if you're not a photographer, you won't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But if you are a photographer and you find those helpful, you can go to my store. It's a DFTBA store, so either find it through them or just go on MikeFalzone.com and look at the store. And there's like 10, 12 presets.
Nice.
And
you use those yourself?
Oh, all the time.
They're your tried and trues?
Yeah, and I'm making another batch for this year. So if you take pictures
awesome.
and you want to edit them kind of like I edit things, yeah,
if you like the look of the photos, you can make your photos look like that too.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I like that.
Yeah, it's the first time I'm ever trying to do something like that.
I like that.
So
that's cool.
If you get them, let me know what you think.
Wonderful, dude. Nice work.
Yeah, nice.
I might put my pants.
How young is pretty young?
Yeah,
dude, very fun show.
Great show,
today.
guys. Thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you
I
for
love
listening.
you, buddy. Good show.
Thank you for calling your mom. That was wonderful.
Yeah, I hope people appreciate that. I'm gonna have to call her and be like, I hope you're okay with me putting you on the spot like that.
Yeah, she's great.
She's she's a good sport, and she's a sweetie, and I love her very much. And yeah, dude, that's it, man.
I would love to hear that same conversation, but with your dad.
My dad would be like, "What?
What?
Why did you talk to me about cum?
I'm watching cum. Leave me alone."
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening to the show. We appreciate you. We'll catch you next time. All right.
All right.
Okay.
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 All right.